Hi, I'm Simon with AppliancePartsPros.com. Today we're going to show you how to repair your appliance. Are you ready? Remember, anytime you work on your appliance, make sure it's unplugged or the circuit breakers are off so there's no chance of electrocution. In this video, we'll show you how to replace the high limit thermostat in a Whirlpool dryer. It's going to be a very easy repair. Should only take a few minutes to show you how to do it. For this job, we're going to need a Phillips and a flathead screwdrivers, a 1/4-inch nut driver, and a pair of pliers. When you open up the package, you're going to get a new high limit thermostat. The high limit thermostat is mounted on a burner funnel. It's designed to cut the power off to the igniter circuit when the temperature rises above the normal level. It resets when the temperature gets back to normal, but it will burn out if the problem is not taken care of. Usually that will indicate restriction in a dryer's vent. If your dryer won't heat, check the high limit thermostat and replace it if needed. We need to remove the top. I'm using a 1/4-inch nut driver. I'm going to take out 2 screws at the back of the dryer. Now I'm going to pull the top back, slide it, and we can lift it off. Next, using a 1/4-inch nut driver, I'm going to take 2 screws out that holds the control panel, 1 in each corner. Now we need to disconnect a couple of plugs here. There's a tab. I'm going to press it down and pull on the plug. Same thing here. There's a tab. I'm going to open it and pull the plug out. We're going to lift up on the edge of the control panel so we can disengage those tabs here, and then we can slide out the control panel assembly. Let's open the door and remove the lint screen. Now I'm going to take out a couple of Phillips screws. I'm using a Phillips screwdriver. All right. Okay, I'm going to close the door. All right, and I'm going to install the wooden block here. Tilt the dryer back, slide it under, and then we're going to remove the screws that holds the front panel at the bottom. So using a 1/4-inch nut driver, I'm going to take out that first screw, loosen up the second and the third screw, and remove the 4th screw. I'm going to tilt the dryer back so I can remove that wooden block. Using a 1/4-inch nut driver, we're going to remove the 3 1/4-inch screws that hold the front panel on the top. There's one more plug to disconnect. There's a tab here. I'm going to lift it up and pull the plug apart. Okay, let's open the door. Grab that front panel with both hands, lift it up, and remove it. Make sure that the plug goes through. Don't force it. And lift it up again. Close the door, and we can take it away. Next, we're going to remove 2 1/4-inch screws. I'm using a nut driver. I'm going to lift that mounting bracket up, turn it, and we're going to using a pliers. I'm going to squeeze that retainer clip so we can pull it out. And now I'm going to turn it over. Now using the 1/4-inch nut driver, I'm going to take out 2 screws on each side. Now I'm going to lift up on this top brace and remove it. Now I'm going to remove this 4 1/4-inch screws that holds the front bulkhead. I'm using a quarter-inch nut driver. Now we're going to disconnect the moisture sensor plug here, squeeze the locking tabs, and pull it apart. Now we're at the bottom of this front bulkhead, and there's one more screw that we have to take out. That's quarter-inch. I'm using a quarter-inch nut driver. I'm going to take it off, and we're going to remove this retainer bar. Now I'm going to remove the bulkhead by pulling it up, so we'll disengage it from those hooks on the sides, and then we can lift up on the drum and remove the bulkhead. Well, now we need to dive in with both hands, and what we do is push up the idler arm and free the belt from the pulleys. First the idler pulley, then the motor pulley, and let go of the idler arm. I'm going to spread the sides a little bit and then lift up the drum by the belt and remove it. So the thermostat is located on the top of the burner tube, and we need to remove these two wires. I'm going to use the flathead screwdriver. I'm going to pry this off, and then the other one. Alright, I'm going to use the quarter-inch nut driver, and I'm going to take out two screws that holds this high limit thermostat. And we can remove this high limit thermostat. This is the old high limit thermostat next to the new one. If you don't have this part, you can get it from appliancepartspros.com. Alright, so I'm going to install a new high limit thermostat. I'm going to match the holes, and I'm going to secure it with the two quarter-inch screws. And that quarter-inch nut driver, going to tighten the screws. And now I'm going to connect these two wires. Technically, it doesn't matter which one goes where, but because they are different length, you probably can hardly mix them around. Alright, grab the drum by the belt, lift it up, and we're going to install it into the dryer. So we need to place the bottom edge of the drum over the support rollers, like that. Make sure it's in. When you turn the drum, you can see that this edge is right there. And now we're going to install the belt. Alright, with both hands in, I'm going to grab the belt and make a loop. And I'm going to insert it underneath of the idler pulley. And I'm going to push up the idler arm and install the belt on the motor pulley. Alright, and we're going to turn the drum one full turn slowly. Make sure that the belt is properly installed. Now we're going to install the front bulkhead. We're going to slide the shield under the drum, and then both support rollers goes also under the drum. I'm going to lift it up, push it in with my foot. So we're going to hang the bulkhead on those hooks. Left, and then this one. And then using a quarter-inch nut driver, we're going to secure the front bulkhead with 4 screws. Next, we're going to connect this moisture sensor plug. And then we're going to install this brace at the bottom. We're on the floor underneath here. And install it. I'm going to match the hole, And using a 1/4-inch nut driver, we're going to secure that. Gonna place this harness here on the top, and we're gonna install that top brace. Alright, we have 2 hooks, one on each side, so they will go into this cutout at the top. Then we're gonna push it down, and then we go into this side and do the same thing. Alright, we're gonna secure that front brace with 4 1/4-inch screws. 2 shorter one goes on the top and 2 longer one goes on the side. Alright, now I'm gonna install the bracket with the control board. And we're gonna lock in this harness retainer into this opening. Okay. You can place the bracket, match the holes, and secure them with a couple of 1/4-inch screws using the 1/4-inch nut driver. Alright, now we're gonna install the front panel. The bottom would be hanging on the 2 screws that is still there. Now we're going to insert that door switch harness with a disconnect plug into the opening at the bottom, and we're going to pull it out here. Now we're going to install the panel. Alright, now I'm going to secure the top with 3 1/4-inch screws. Okay, let's fish out this plug. That's our door switch, and we're going to connect it here. Alright, now I'm going to install the wooden block here. Tilt the dryer back, slide it under, and I'm going to secure the front panel at the bottom with 1/4-inch screws. I'm using a 1/4-inch nut driver. I'm going to tilt the dryer back so I can remove that wooden block. Alright, I'm going to open the door. Now I'm going to secure those couple of screws at the bottom here. That's the Phillips screws. Well, the lint screen goes back in, and we can close the door. Alright, now I'm going to install the control panel assembly. I'm going to slide this harness into the cutout, and then we're going to match the clips and the slots. Put it down, push it forward. Now we can connect the plugs. This would be first, and then the second one. Make sure they're locked. Now I'm going to secure the control panel from the top with a couple of 1/4-inch screws. I'm going to use a 1/4-inch nut driver. And now we can install the top. I'm going to place it on about an inch from the control panel, a little less, and then we're going to slide it forward. And now I'm going to secure the top with a couple of 1/4-inch screws. Plug the dryer in and check if it's drying properly. Thank you for being a part of another successful repair brought to you by AppliancePartsPros.com. For any of your future appliance repair projects, please check out our other videos available on our site, on Facebook, on YouTube, and on Instagram.